So what I like to do is I like to try to make sure my room names all kind of line up, like both horizontally and vertically. So that's why I drew this green line kind of going across here. And then I'm going to kind of line it up with, so I've got my 2 bedrooms here. And then I'll have my living room and kitchen, so then I'd want all these kind of lined up too. You don't necessarily have to use a line. I mean, you can just kind of copy that are on, make sure your snaps are off. And then like for the kitchen here, I'd probably line it up so it aligns up with like the bedroom. When you have a small space like this bathroom, where it probably isn't going to fit in, you can put a note, you know, kind of above it, and then draw like a little leader. I guess what I end up doing a lot of times, I'll do my room tags like all at one time, and I end up just like the same note over, and then I'll just go through. And so let's say hypothetically these would be the room names, and then for numbering them, there's not like a specific order that it should be in, but you know, find some sort of order if it's you know, if it's going counterclockwise or clockwise around the space, or if you have a situation like this where you have different rooms within a room, maybe you number them all in one room and then go to the next part. And what I do when I number is I'll always start, like, I won't start with 100, I'll start with 101, and I'll do 101 through 109, and then I'll skip 110. Like, I won't use 110 or 120 or anything like that. And the reason why you do that is because, let's say for instance, we've got this thing all numbered up and makes pretty much sense, but then at the last minute the client adds this closet. Well, not the closet. Let's say the client adds a pantry in here, and we've got to label that. So now you've got, like, let's say you got 200 rooms in this drawing, and you go through, and now this is like room 101, 102, 103, 104, and then we add this pantry at the last minute, and everything else is numbered, so we don't want to change our numbering. So now we put that in, and now that ends up being like 174. So if someone's looking for that number, you know, they're going to look closely where more numbers are. So that's why I skip every 10. So that gives me an option to add a room or add a number somewhere, either in case I miss it or in case I add it later. But yeah, basically you're just doing that, and then we'll just label it, and it'll be living room. I guess I should make this a little bit longer. So that's going to be like 101. You know, the kitchen, and you can abbreviate too. I'm okay with that. If you see fit, if it fits better in your drawing, like each part of the apartment. So this will be 101, 102, 103, 105. Now I'm going to go back into this one for this kitchen. So now this is going to be 106, that'll be 109. So now when I start here, call that 111, and then just kind of roll with it from there. So you could, you can keep them like on a single line, like I have this here for living room, or if you wanted to, you can, if you break the words, you can do it on 2 lines too. But it's going to be what works, that fits into the drawings. So now then you want to go through and make sure And you know, like I said, I want to try to line these up as best they can, because aesthetically that looks good, and then it looks like a nice professional drawing. But sometimes that doesn't exactly work, because like here, where this living room is, I've got it's kind of overlapping a dimension. So I'm going to move that one over so it's not overlapping that dimension. Ideally, I would move this kitchen one over too, but then that kitchen is going to be in the cabinets. So I'll just leave it like that. I'll leave it as close as I can. And actually, same with these two. I can't really push this bedroom note over, but I don't like how this bathroom and living room, or bathroom and kitchen, is here, because it's kind of conflicting with some lines. So I will move that. And then this is an example here. You have that 3.5 dimension, but it's taking up space. So if you know, that might end up being one, you're like, well, I'll delete it, and I'll have a typical note somewhere that shows that that's a 3.5 inch space. But there you go. So then that would be your room tags.